Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the JayBee and Milly channel. I am JayBee and of course here I have Milly.
Hi.
And joining us is Sophie.
Hey.
And we have Marsh.
Hello.
So there are a lot of struggles, a lot of troubles, and a lot of kind of twists and turns that Scooby-Doo collectors outside of the US kind of face. I understand that people in Canada kind of get the same deal, and to an extent people in Australia as well. But speaking from a UK perspective, we're just going to be, I guess, going through some of the things that we've experienced as collectors outside of the US. And so, Sophie, with you being in the UK, has there ever been like a situation where you've been limited being outside of the US as a Scooby-Doo collector?
Well, I think we've touched base that it is a lot tougher than being in the US. I kind of get the idea that, like you said, the UK, Australia and Canada might be the next countries to get the majority of the Scooby merch. But having said that, when you're going shopping in person, the only thing that you tend to find is like the common action figure, the very easy find Funko Pop and all the DVDs. You don't get any rare or bespoke items or vintage, so you have to go online to source for them.
You only get stuff at the bigger stores as well. Like there was a Primark exclusive jumper, I want to say, and our local one didn't have it because it's not deemed to be a big enough store, and you had to go to one in, I think our nearest one would have been Manchester.
Well, I think Blackpool would have had it, but I don't think I would have.
Theirs was probably too small as well.
I don't think I'd go there for it. I went there to see Scoob in the cinemas, but that's about it. But it's crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah. So when you're buying in the UK, you don't get everything. That's the first thing you realise, is that you can go to any other store and you might pick up an extra one here and there, but you won't get the complete releases that you would do if you get it from the US. So instead of parts, we get volumes most of the time, and they're annoying because they're less episodes. Like the best of the new Scooby-Doo movies, we had the best of the new Scooby movies, volume 1, where in the US they had the best of the Scooby-Doo movies that had 15 episodes. We had 4. We didn't get a volume 2, so that's the annoying part, is you have to do extended research to find them. So you end up buying from the US, and you've got to take into consideration the extra costs that add on top of that, because you've got to pay the postage, the import charges, the export charges to get it from the warehouse here to your house. It's
a lot.
It's a lot of money. And sometimes we might get lucky and get something that they don't have, but it's brief. It's very brief, but when it does happen, it's good. Like our slipcover releases that we had for those re-releases of Zombie Island and all that had those nice little slipcovers. We had them. They didn't.
We also had a slipcover of Guess Who that I don't think the Americans have. Ooh. I don't think America got this.
Oh, didn't they?
I could be mistaken.
I think they did, because they started doing slipcovers now with each of the releases. So with our movies, we never had a slipcovers, but now they started doing them for all releases. That's the bit I started realizing with the recent ones I've been ordering. They always come with a slipcover, whereas before, if they didn't, I would have to order it from eBay to have the slipcover just for the collection. So most of the time I have one without a slipcover and one with the slipcover, so it tells which is the region 2 release and which one's region 1.
Yeah, see, that's the thing that kind of gives me anxiety about ordering stuff from the US is, with merchandise, it's fine, it's chill. You can just get what it is and enjoy it, even if it's like a ridiculous price. But with like DVDs, I've kind of still not got my head around the region locks and things being regional or whatever. So I guess from your experience, has there ever been an occasion where you've ordered a DVD from America and it's either gone wrong or it's gone right? Like, do you order DVDs from, international?
I'm gonna go now. Yeah,
we'll let you go first.
No.
To be honest, I don't tend to go internationally for collector's items. I do like to try and keep it UK based. Obviously the risk of damage or getting lost in the post. I have, though, I'd say 99% of my collection is UK based, and the 1% I will go out for. I haven't lost anything yet. I have ordered a few times from America, but I'm usually ordering from Pop Culture in Australia. Now, I did order the Werewolf Funko Soda,
Oh.
and he did get lost in the post for about a month, and I'd like literally written him off, right? And I was about to contact them saying, oh, he's got lost, and that week he turned up on the doorstep.
Oh wow.
But I can't say I'm complaining because he was the chase one, so I was quite happy with that.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
that's amazing. It's so weird. I think every time I've seen someone like order one from like a place like Pop Culture, it's been a chase.
Then why have you always ordered so many?
For the content? It's for the content.
I'm sure you ordered 12.
No, I ordered 10, didn't I? To do the stream.
I don't know.
And I'll hopefully I can sell my soul. And if they do like a Captain Cutler Funko Pop, I can do that. But that'll be a glow, which will make me sad.
Yeah, so I invested in a Region 3 DVD player.
Oh.
So I got the combo set. So I had the DVD player and the VHS combo with the built-in hard drive because I wanted to go all out. So the DVD was all region unlocked, every single code. So it was region 0, which saved me a lot. Instead of having multiple players set the different regions, I used to have one that was region 3 and 4 and one that was region 1 to play multiple ones. But now I got rid of them and just got the region 0 so I can play them all in the same system. It makes it a lot easier. But it is annoying when you do get one and you can't play it. So Blu-ray, for instance, I just found out that not every Blu-ray is region 3.
Ooh.
Some of them are region locked. So some of the Scooby-Doo ones that I brought on Blu-ray don't play on my Blu-ray player. And I thought, okay, I can get a region unlocked Blu-ray player. It's a lot harder getting it because you've got to have the right firmware, right system, right model number. So yeah, I'm having to rebuy a Blu-ray player to get it region unlocked. And then with 4K, I found out it's slightly similar. Most of them are region unlocked, but most of them are region locked. So it's
That
one of
just
those.
seems ridiculous. I don't know why. Is there like a technical reason? I don't suppose we all know this, but is there a reason why they would need to region lock it? Like,
I don't really know because it's still marketing. It's just more hassle.
I have a kind of guess in that, like, there's certain things that can't, like, every country has its own policy on age ratings and things like that, and things that can't be included. Like, I'm sure there was a big thing where if Marvel wanted one of their movies to show in China, they had to change one of the scenes quite drastically. So I'm guessing the purpose of region locking is to make sure that it's specific to the regulations within each individual area, I think, but it's still kind of frustrating.
yeah.
But there's also a benefit side to it. Sometimes, okay, people are like, oh, but it's probably not worth it. But sometimes you can always find one in another region that has a slightly different artwork or slightly different stuff on the disc. Like what we showed earlier, which most people haven't seen before. This is region 9. You're not going to find this anywhere else except region 9, and it's Blu-ray steelbook of the first 3 Scooby-Doo movies. So it has Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo 2 Live, A Monster Unleashed, and Mystery Begins. But it's shaped like a DVD case, but it's a steelbook. And that's kind of like the benefit. Okay, yes, it's region 9. I won't be able to play any of them, but I have a steelbook. And not many people could say they have a Scooby-Doo steelbook.
No,
very true.
It's definitely something that I've not seen before.
No.
So you're right. From a collector's point of view, you can find like.
So now I can say in my
curiosities
video,
abroad.
this is the Scooby-Doo steelbook. It's only one, but hopefully more. Because if region 9 has that, what other stuff do they have?
Yes, I know that there's, I don't know if you see on like Instagram, but they did like a collector's box for like the 2002 movie where it was the VHS or the DVD and a watch or a plushie. And they did one for The Mystery Begins, but the only place I've been able to find it is France. Like there's one, it's like the mystery begins and a plush. So it is just so interesting to see that if you were to like travel the world, you could just find so many cool things.
Well, it's a hard one to find because you got to know where to look. Because I use Google search, Facebook, and I also use the marketplace on eBay to try and find them all. So there's or Gumtree. Gumtree's a weird one because you may be lucky to find something on there. Just type Scooby-Doo DVD and just change the location around, and someone has a weird one that's worth buying.
I found like for getting this series and stuff like that, Vinted was really good. I got like the full What's New collection for JayBee.
Oh, Vinted is an interesting one. What about Depop? Has anyone used what? There's Depop, there's Music Magpie, there's
Music Magpie I use. There's also World of Books.
Yeah, I got a couple of things from there.
Yeah.
They sell through eBay, I think.
Yeah, but if you, I sometimes do it through the website just in case, because sometimes the website might have something that isn't on eBay yet. So it updates differently, it doesn't update in the same. So it's two different web pages for them.
Yeah. I guess that kind of brings me perfectly onto my next question from you as a collector. You don't need to like disclose exact amounts if you don't want to, but out of your time collecting internationally, what's been, I don't know how to word this properly, your
biggest
most
purchase?
price ratio that's been either matched or surpassed by the import fees and the delivery charge?
So the one I spent the most money on.
Kind of. The one where the actual item has cost
Less than the import fees and postage.
Or towards that margin.
Well, I have got two items. One I got not so long ago. I've been trying to collect the Warner Brothers store beanbag plushies, and I collected all the gang, and obviously they made like hundreds of variants of the Scooby-Doos. The ones I wanted in particular was the leprechaun, the bat, and the bunny, which I managed to get. But as a Scrappy fan, I could not find Scrappy whatsoever. So I went to Etsy and I got this Scrappy one finally. And it was a pretty good price, but yeah, then postage came into it and it wasn't so much for happy ending, but at least I got him to complete my collection, so it wasn't too bad. And then my other thing is my mum and dad got me this for my birthday present like a couple of years back. But it was these, I think they were Hot Topic at the time. Like, I don't know if I can show you, but they were like these key rings.
Oh.
The vinyl ones.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
I mean, my mum and dad ended up making a box for me to keep them in.
Oh my gosh.
So I'll keep them safe in that box because they're all inside. I don't know if you can see. There's like 10 of them. But obviously they were Hot Topic, which you cannot get anything from Hot Topic in the UK. And they were a pretty penny, yes. We try not to bring it up, but it's okay. They're here now. They're beautiful, and I love them.
They're amazing. Oh my gosh, they look incredible.
I better show you the Daphne one because I know JayBee will like it.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's my favourite one.
That is amazing.
I'm going to try and find it. That's amazing.
To be honest, I like these vinyl ones better than the ones that they just released out, like the chibi ones. But I mean, I did try to go for the chibi ones, but on the pricey side again, so. Yeah,
so it comes down to these three, which is the one, like, we have this one with the nice slip covers. So this one was the Best of the Zoo Scooby-Doo movies. So it has that nice slip cover design. There's also this one as well. Which this one was the Scooby-Doo Monsters 4 original movies with our Rat and Werewolf, Monster of Mexico, Ghoul School, and the Goblin King. And then we have Scooby-Doo Where Are You Seasons 1 and 2.
Oh.
Now, these ones inside contain the diamond edition of them, but it's the slip covers that what made me buy them, because they say made in Mexico on them. If you go, where does it say it? I have seen it before. I did a whole video on it. I can't seem to find it now. I think it might have been the original label where I broke the seal, but they were Mexico ones. But these ones cost me a lot, over about 300 quid for all three together.
Oh,
From the same seller. And if I brought them all individually, it would have cost me 400 to 500. So I asked them, can I get all together with postage? And it came to like £312 something. Each of these items were probably about 30 quid each, 30 to 40 quid each. So it was the most expensive one I brought from my set. The one I got from Canada, this beauty here, I didn't have to worry about import tax or nothing, because the guy was coming to London for a business trip. So he said,
nice.
he messaged me and goes, I'll give you an option. You could buy off me now and pay all the excess fees, or you can just pay the actual price for the item. And I'll come over in 3-4 weeks' time, because I've got a business trip in London, and I'll post it from there. And I was like, I'm happy to wait 4 weeks. And he did. 4 weeks, gave an update, sent through tracking, and it came. And I put it in this nice big pop vinyl box to keep it safe.
wow.
So I didn't. If I paid this one, which was like £40, I paid for this one. If I paid the import charge and that from Canada, it would have cost me close to just over 100 for it.
That's like the dream scenario. Like, I can't believe that's almost how fortune
Yeah.
collided.
That was
they
the
would come to
best
the
luck I've
UK.
had. I haven't not had any luck like since there. So that's the second expensive one. This was definitely the main one. And there's one more for this set. And
Oh, nice.
so Showdown, Shaggy Showdown movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's that movie that has his same style artwork as this slipcover with Shaggy's face on it. I've
Ooh.
only seen it through Google search images, and I've been trying to hunt that down for like 4 years.
Mm.
So yeah, the hunt's still on.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll have to
good
go to
luck.
Mexico and just start like
I will have
finding
to I have to go to like US now and just buy loads and bring them over.
just go with an empty suitcase and go scuba
Yeah.
collecting.
That would even be a fun video.
I'll be
as
back in
well.
8 hours.
Speaking of like items that you'd like to get, is there any item on your wish list that you would really like, but you can only get it internationally, and say the import's just a lot?
To be honest, like everything. Usually I don't go after one thing in particular. Obviously all the vintage and rare stuff I'm really into. But I suppose at the moment, you know, I've been doing my custom figures on Instagram, and I'm trying to get figures of each incarnation. And I think you've mentioned it, the Scoob Deluxe pack from Walmart, like that would be a goal to get. I know it's not vintage and bespoke, but I would love that set for my collection, because we got no Scoob, we got no Daphne, Fred or Velma of Scoob in any UK at all. But I mean, the Shaggy that we got and the Scoob, they were just the Mystery Incorporated repaints, which were like rubbish.
Yeah, and we got like Funkos of like young Shaggy, young Scooby, but you know, I think we could have done with some more, especially like you know, Fred and Daphne is such like different designs.
Yeah, and this is what's frustrating, especially when it's the looks that alter the most.
Yeah,
Because with like Daphne, with Velma, Shaggy, Scooby, you can literally pretty much get away with just re-releasing the same ones. But like, if you look at Fred and Daphne from the original artwork to what's new to Scoob, they change all the way through.
yeah.
Makes me sad.
I do have a lot on eBay that I want to get, that I'm waiting precious time to actually consider buying it straight up, or just waiting to see like if I can find it cheaper elsewhere. But it's in the US, they do Scooby-Doo covers with glow in the dark. So there's two of them, and they glow in the dark, and I really would love them, because I would put them on the wall and just admire it from a distance. Those are what I want to pay.
That'd be
So
cool.
I'm hoping to pay for them soon.
But I guess the next question would be, do you have any advice to, I guess, UK collectors, fellow international collectors, be it through Scooby or I guess anything else that you might collect that are watching?
It is going to be cost effective. That is the one thing. Like, you have to make sure, like the way I do it is I save up for months. So I always put away £50 to £100 a month. And after like 6 months, I'm like, okay, I'm going Scooby shopping. Because I know it's going to be the import charges. But luckily, you can always find ones that say where it's all included in the post on eBay. So they say custom charges aren't like necessary because it's in part with the postage, so you save some. Those are the ones you want to look out for because they will actually save you a lot of money. But the rarity ones, the ones that are like these weird like exclusive slip covers, those ones are going to cost you. So I would say get the basics first, build your collection from your local that you can get in your area where you're from, and then when you gradually collected all you can, like I did, then start branching out, but start one set at a time. So I started with a series before I started finishing the movies. So I made sure I had at least somewhat of an almost complete series list, and then I moved on to the movies. So you do it in like segments rather than all at once.
See, that makes sense. I like that kind of philosophy of almost like you have to learn how to walk before you can like learn how to run. I like that. That's a pretty good philosophy.
To be honest, when I go out on I'm always on eBay looking for stuff. Something will be quite expensive, but I will hold off on it. Well, I'll try to at least anyway. But it always seems like the next week it will come on for cheaper. And if you just hold out, even though it's really painful to, you will get it for a good price. I mean, I didn't know this was a thing, but the 1999 Scooby and Scrappy and Shaggy Mystery Machine money box, and it was, you know, for that you'd probably spend like upwards of 30 quid, but I got that quite cheap, so I was quite impressed with that find. So I got it there and then, so I couldn't not pass it up.
Oh,
wow, that's amazing. And I feel like we've probably already seen some of them, but what are some of the favorite items that you found in your time collecting, and how did you find them?
To be honest, there's not one thing that I hate or like really love. I love everything about my collection. But I think one thing that I didn't actually find, but what I kind of did, I stumbled it in my dad's old school project. He had in his art project a 1985 Easter egg box.
That's amazing.
And it was all dismantled and folded flat in his art project. But the fact that it was made in Shropshire, so it was a UK find as well. And I'd say this is probably the only one left in the world, hopefully. I've never seen it before.
I'm gonna say it is.
That is incredible.
I wish my parents were Scooby-Doo fans.
I didn't
imagine that. Like, could you imagine like helping your parents tidy out the attic or the basement and finding their old Scooby-Doo collection?
That'd be
pretty awesome, yeah.
I mean, there's some things that I want to like actively make sure that like I keep around for the long run, but just not tell people about. Just because when like I pass on, it'll be one of the coolest things to find in my box of junk. Like I watch like the Luna Ghost action figure. You're just looking through some old clothes and then that pops out.
No, our children are going to be so resentful about your Scooby-Doo collection because they're going to want to unbox every bit of it. They're going to want to play with every bit of it, and you're like, no, it has to stay in the box.
No, because
it has to stay in the box.
No, because the Daphne poster I think will be the main thing, won't it? And that's out of the box.
Like as a child, I would want to have unboxed everything in this room.
Everything.
Yeah, I know the idea that they're not toys, they're collector's pieces. Like, do not ruin them.
Yeah, that would never have resonated well with me as a child. I unboxed everything. I got rid of the boxes for everything. But I think it's because I lived in quite a small house, so there wasn't room to just keep the boxes to rebox it later.
Yeah,
like
I was just a hoarder.
As it was, the attic was converted to be a bedroom for my brother. There was no storage space in that house. Whereas your parents' house, the basement is the size of the house. You kept the box for everything.
Yeah, which has served me well in some instances, and other times it's just I'm just hoarding at this point.
Yes. Oh god. So you know, you're talking about Woolworths earlier on.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yes, I really want to show this. I have a Woolworths. This is a sealed one in an actual reseal itself. So I made sure, because the thing opens up. I can open up this like extra case bit, and it's sealed with the actual strip still on it.
I'm getting nostalgia from that packaging alone.
Wait,
I don't want to open this.
That we found as well that's a Woolworths exclusive.
I think so.
I also got the promo ones from Argos from Mystery Incorporated.
No.
The Mystery Incorporated, yeah.
Isn't it like a really thin green case?
Where would it be? Because this is where all the serious stuff is.
And this has still got the Kex price
I
on
don't know
it.
which one you're talking about.
75p.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
These were the promos for Mystery Incorporated, and they came in 2 versions. So this one says episodes 1 and 2 on the side, whereas this one just says promotional disc on it.
Yeah,
So these are my treasures.
that's a Woolworths, isn't it?
Is it worth? I'm sure.
If you look at the bar, it doesn't say that Woolworths exclusive.
Yeah. This is exclusive to Worth
Oh.
on the back. I don't know if you can see it.
What's the Family Fun? I think I may have that one, but the DVD disc only, not the actual case.
Oh. I don't know
And
how we
then-
managed to find it, but
And then
Because
there's
we
also
own-
the 3D covers, which I love.
Yeah.
I
we
love
have 2
these
of
ones.
them.
Well, I had this because they're mostly the same, most of them. So if you look at the movies on, I think it's like this one has Chill Out Scooby-Doo movie, which is on this one as well.
Yeah.
So some of them are repeats, but then there's this one, which is exactly the same as this one, but they're just different colors.
I feel like we have all of them. We don't have the green one. We've got the 2 yellow ones, I think,
But
right?
there's also a 4th one, which I discovered,
Oh.
and it's the Halloween one. Which contains Goblin King's Camp Scare and
that
Witch's
looks
Ghost.
amazing.
I think that's
Oh,
gonna
no.
be the most attainable and possibly affordable thing that would be so fun to hunt
It is
for
because
UK
it's in our
collectors this month.
regions. And it's like we get stuff like that, which is nice, but it's so cool that we get it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
And I think that's actually a good like kind of pinpoint. Like if you're a collector in the UK, spooky season, if you don't have that DVD, that would be, I think, the most fun thing to kind of aim for this
Mm.
month. That how cool is that? That's amazing. But I guess that wraps up our kind of UK collecting video. Really cool. Like there's a few more that I want to do in like the future. One especially is like eBay and I guess other types of like search terms.
Like you were mentioning what you found on Etsy there as well, and like vintage and stuff
Etsy is
like
one that I
that.
didn't think about before.
I mean, that was my first one there. I'd never been on it really to look for
Oh.
like collector's pieces or anything. So it's quite cool, yeah.
One of my best online finds is, you know how the series can be more expensive to find?
Yeah.
I managed to get the complete collection of What's New Scooby-Doo and a Cyber Chase clip case, so like the original style DVD, for like less than £10 on Vinted.
It sounds like it was a cyber dream. I think this is very good, very good. But yeah, thank you so much to Sophie for joining us today. We
Thank
really do
you.
appreciate your time, and thank you for everyone for watching. We hope that this video was helpful and useful for you in your collecting endeavors. And if there's any of the questions that you guys have some interesting answers to, then please make sure to comment them down below. And even if you've got like Instagram or Twitter, if you've got like favorite collectibles, feel free to like tweet at us or Instagram us like with what they are, because like just watching people's collectibles is one of like the funnest things to do. So if you do want to see more, then please like, comment and subscribe, and you can find the link to Sophie's awesome Instagram account in the description down below as well. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.